me mateys! Z the Redbeard here, and are you ready for a barnacle of a time with another Alpha Ass review? If you are, then come with me while I load up the cannons, grab the booty, and go high into the crow's nest so I can look to our next destination. Oh God, my throat! Oh dear God, I could see why Johnny Depp did it so fey. I mean, more fey than usual. That guy is not a manly man. Fuck this shit. Fuck it, I'm just gonna have to drink more whiskey and fucking smoke more cigars or something to get my voice like that. That is just unbelievable. There's no way people in the way back day did the voice like that. There's no way. Hi there, Z here, and have you always wanted to be a pirate? Did the idea of the open sea and unexplored islands and scurvy get you sexually aroused? How about the smell of, I don't know, dead fish, gunpowder? About 20 dudes that are sweaty and hairy and most likely have not showered in a few months here. Does that get your nipples hard a little bit? Because I'm not going to lie, I have the perfect game for you as soon as you're done with your therapist appointment, because that is some of the weirdest, kinkiest shit I have ever heard of in my entire life, and I'm a bit of a pervert myself. But I do have a game for you. So, grab your grog, polish up your peg leg, and get that stupid pirate meme song out of your head, because we're shipping out, Leah Landlubbers. To the island? Yeah, they're docked and I'm moving. Welcome to Sea of Thieves, or as I like to call it, the shit-talking pirate game.
Rogue Trooper. I got him, dude. He's dead.
Yo, Rogue Trooper, you're a loser. I want you to know that.
Did he hear us?
Get fucked, motherfucker! You get fucked! This has been the most fun I have had with a game with such little content that's actually on it. And I know. This is an Alpha Ass review, and this is technically a closed beta, but it says Alpha on the very front of the screen, so you take it up with them. Let me run this by you. You're a pirate, right? And what do pirates do? You sail along, digging up treasure, drinking grog, eating bananas. I mean, if it was a real pirate thing, I'm guessing oranges would have been a better option, but whatever, it was up to the developers. And fighting other pirates for the booty and the glory of it all, right? Well, guess what you do in this game? Yeah, pretty much just all that stuff here. And I know, it sounds like it can get boring right away, but...
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
I mean, the solo adventure can get a bit bland, but as soon as you start getting pursued by a bigger ship with more people wanting to do nothing but pillage, kill you, and take all your shit, the adrenaline starts pumping.
I'm trying to, I have to go around.
Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself here. At the beginning, you could choose between 3 different types of crews. A small ship with just yourself, a small ship with you and another friend, and a much bigger ship with you and 3 other crew members. And I know you're asking yourself, well, why the hell wouldn't I take the huge ship to begin with? More people, more damage, more booty, am I right? Well, just like in other co-op games out there, you have to rely that everyone knows what the hell they're doing and they're doing it right. With a bigger boat comes more things to do, including someone to steer, someone to load up the cannons to fight, someone to raise, lower, and angle the sails to get the maximum amount of wind to push you a little bit further, someone to go down below and repair any damages on the boat that you may have taken in the last skirmish, several people to help lift the anchor, and someone to defend the boat when someone decides to jump on and try to kill all of your crew. An absolute whole lot of shittery that takes one worthless rando to mess it all up. Even though it's true a smaller boat have the same kind of things to manage as the bigger boat, it's much easier to manage. Such as the smaller boat, you could get to things quicker, turn more sharply, you only have to adjust 1 mast instead of 3, raising the anchor takes a lot quicker to do on a small boat, and it evens out after a while. But now that I have talked about pirate boats and to an almost obsessive amount, why is this game fun? Is there a campaign? No. Different things to spend your gold on and collect? Man, some clothing and buying reskins for items that you already have, and just a shotgun is the only other weapon that you could buy. Okay, so why is this the most fun thing I have had in a while, right? Because it fucking is! Now sit down and shut up while I talk about it! Everything in this game is so immersive. The water is gorgeous looking. The ship fights are intense and fantastic. The ships themselves are easy to understand, but difficult to master in combat. The characters look like their mothers did too much meth while they were pregnant with them, but that can be fixed later. We don't have to worry about that now. Pulling out musical instruments and playing a sea shanty, followed by more people joining in with different instruments to become a full Buccaneer band. It's so great. You fight skeletons while walking around an island, trying to dig up treasure that can only be found from a rhyming riddle sold to you by some dude made out half out of gold. I don't know what more you want from me. Northwest Beach is wise. Northwest Beach. Honestly, playing this game with friends was such a great time, and I'll tell you why. I like Rust. You all know that, and I love Rust. It's a survival game that's difficult not because it gets harder to gather resources and to build a house. All of that is fairly simple, but because of one aspect. Assholes. Other players trying to stop you, kill you, and take everything that you have, and, in turn, you do your best to kill them and take their stuff. It's a concept as old as time and is always satisfying. Especially when the shit-talking starts flying. Boy, I haven't heard the word faggot and kill yourself so much in my life. And most of it was coming out of my mouth. I'm not going to lie. It was. And to those players out there, I apologize. I'm a dick on vodka. And honestly, after a boat fight that can just as well have lasted a half an hour to an hour, depending on how skilled your crew is, jumping in the water and collecting their materials and treasure chests is just the best feeling ever. It's so great. I mean, that is until a shark kills you, and at which case it's the worst feeling ever. Fighting the extreme boat battle just to be eaten by the fucking cast of shark tails. But yeah, besides the fighting, finding chests, and collecting gold is another main point. There are skeletons that try to slow you down, and little vague hints on where the treasure is, or flat out maps that have an X on it. And if you're lucky, you will find a special chest that will slow you down or inconvenience you at some point, but it will have a much higher payout. And if the game was just that, finding chests, it still would have been just okay, I guess. It would be nice to have enemies that are harder than skeletons, and hell, there might be. Because the most beautiful thing about this game is that it is still an alpha/beta with the company Rare. Yes, that Rare from your childhood, but before you get too excited, it's also the same Rare that's given you this in the past, so, you know, take the good with the bad, I guess. But Rare mentioned that they left out a lot of content from the beta access to just not show their cards too early, which means anything is up for grabs, including better monsters, more items that you can buy with your gold, and even a potential for sea monster fights. Sea monster fights! The Kraken, the Leviathan, maybe even Cthulhu. Who fucking knows what's up their sleeve? But now for the depressing part of this review. Obviously, overall I give this game 2 thumbs up and a huge massive erection, but let's be grounded a little bit here. After this little taste, we won't get anything else until March 20th when it actually gets released. Another month and a half before I can start boarding ships again and fucking other pirates like we were in prison and they just dropped the soap. Now, thanks to my lifestyle, I'll be drowning myself in rum and cigars for the next month and a half to get me into the right pirate mindset when it finally comes out. And if you guys want to hang out at around that time, I do have a Twitch channel that I will put below. But another thing we have to wonder is, this is Rare. After being bought out by Microsoft, Rare hasn't really put out anything that makes them as good as they used to be. I mean, these are the people that made Perfect Dark, 007 GoldenEye, Donkey Kong Country, Diddy Kong Racing, and one of my favorite games of all time, Banjo-Kazooie. And then after the buyout, we have such beauties as Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts, Connect Sports, and obviously the very much needed sequel, Connect Sports Rivals. Will this be a game that will finally bring Rare back into our hearts? Or when they put out a full game, will it just be a steaming pile of garbage? I honestly haven't the foggiest, but God, I'm hoping. And if the atmosphere in this game is anything like the clip I'm going to end on right now, we are looking very, Very good. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Leave a like if you want to. Cheers and happy sailings.